so before I start introducing all these games, I just want to make sure you know that these games have their own English translation or English version. It's just that my Switch is using Japanese as the language. It doesn't mean that there is no English version. The first game I want to talk about is A Hero and a Garden. It is a visual novel with minimal gameplay. The hero of this story failed to rescue the princess and he was forced to repay what he has damaged by gardening. Customers will come to you and request for a certain amount of berries. The only thing you have to do is to collect the berries in order to collect them and wait until the next time that you can collect them. And you'll of course receive a certain amount of money after finishing this quest. It's just a very simple click game. I love playing this game when I don't want to think about anything or just, have a chill time without having very difficult controls in games. Although the characters in game look very cute, they are quite mean. It is quite fun to look at their conversation and, it just don't feel like the usual visual novel that I have ever played. This is definitely the game if you're looking for something easy. My second recommendation is Dennisconte. This is a puzzle game about a raccoon who is trying to take over the city with a remote controlled hole. Yeah, I know it sounds crazy, but it's a lot of fun as well. Unlike the first game, you do have to use your brain a little bit. In this game, you act as a whole and you have to move around in order to swallow the objects to turn yourself bigger. You will finish the stage when you have swallowed everything on the ground. The third game is Calico. This is a relatively new game. In this game, the world is full of magical girls and magic, so basically you are part of them. Your job is to run a cat's cafe, so in order to attract your customers, you have to bring a lot of animals from the surroundings to your cafe and make some food in order to attract your customers. You can enlarge your animals like this in order to ride on them, and you can, shrink them into their original size as well. I enjoy myself on finding animals rather than running the cafe, but it's just a personal choice. There is not much of a time limit to finish the quest, so it's kind of free. I think the world in game is very aesthetic, is kind of painted in watercolor, and I've never seen anything like this. But there are also many problems with the 3D figures. As you can see, the inside of a building is kind of weird. So when you go down, everything just disappeared, and it's kind of rough in that sense. But given that it is an indie game, so it's okay. Cooking in this world is definitely a fun activity. Let's take a look at how I make a cupcake. First of all, you have to know your ingredients. Second, throw them into a bowl. Can you see my rabbit jumping outside my kitchen? Let's find it after making this cupcake. Ta-da! Now you can sell the cupcake to your customers by putting it on a tray. They will come and leave your cafe sometime in the game suspiciously. Now let's play with my rabbit. Here's the most interesting bug in game. It is supposed to be outside of the wall, but I can pick it up from the kitchen, and after putting it down, it's just stuck there. Poor little rabbit. Admittedly, there are a big space of improvement for the graphics. You can see all the bugs and some kind of dips and glitches, but still it is very enjoyable. Moving on to our fourth game, Catails Become a Cat. Just like how the game title tells us, this game is a game about you being a cat and exploring the surroundings. At the very beginning of the story, you were abandoned by a human in the middle of nowhere. Luckily, a nice wild cat brought you to its community, and you are now to begin your new life as a wild cat. There are many things waiting you to explore and learn. In terms of control, this game is absolutely the most difficult game among the 5 games that I'm introducing in this video. There are many items that you can use and you have to learn to use. Getting along with other cats is not necessarily easy, they can hurt you. Still, I enjoy my time of being a cat a lot. And finally, here is our last game, Sumire. Just a piece of extra information, Sumire is a kind of purple in Japanese. And that's why this little girl Sumire is always wearing something in purple, or you can regard that as the Sumire color. I was first attracted by the graphics when I first saw it in the commercials, and I have to say this game is the best indie game I have played in this year. Despite the pleasant music and aesthetic artwork, the story plot of this game is well written and heartwarming. Sumida has lost her grandma, father, and best friend recently, so she is very depressed. One day, a magical seed suddenly appeared in Sumida's house, and it turned into a magical flower on the next day. The magical flower can only survive for one day, so the flower asks Sumida to show it how the world look like, and as a return, it may let Sumida to meet her grandma again. And then Sumida started her journey. In Sumida's journey, she has to fix her relationships with different people. She also has to help those animals and some kind of objects around her. On top of the gaming experience, her journey brings us a good reflection to our own lives as well. This game is 100% worth buying and enjoyable. So that's pretty much about this video. Leave a comment below to tell me your thoughts about these games. Bye!